Obedience.
Never.
Heroism.
Useless.
Technology.
Abuse.
Freedom.
No.
Authority.
Burn.
Anarchy.
When.
Justice.
Hilarious.
Family.
Everything.
And with that intro, you know who I am, ETTemplar, Supreme Misfit Professional Dipshit, and we are talking about the 2025 Running Man. This movie, if you want to know up front, is painfully above average. You do believe Ben Powell as Ben Richards, and the way how they portray Ben Richards and the way how Glenn Powell acts that character, you do buy him as a blue collar everyman. And that's what the movie kind of goes for. Is this movie better than the Schwarzenegger one? No, it's not, but it's pretty decent. And Glenn Powell and Josh Brolin kind of carry this movie past its horseshit pseudo Marxist angle it was going with. One of the writers for this movie is in fact Stephen King. I will say, if you're looking to add this to your Blu-ray collection, or just buy it digitally, the only reason to watch this movie is, one, if you can watch it for free somewhere, or if you already have a Hulu or Amazon Prime subscription, you already paid for it already, technically. And that's the only reason why I would advise watching this, is if you can, one, either watch it for free or watch it on TV, or if you already paid for it on Hulu or Amazon Prime. But the plot of the movie is it takes place. It doesn't state this, but from what I gathered from watching this movie, it takes place in a post-American government America, and it's really portrays this like anarcho-capitalist mega like corporation hellscape, which we're kind of at now. Only it's more subtle, right? With Amazon, which I contribute to this, fucked up mega corporation by having an Amazon Prime subscription. But yeah, so and there is no USD, they use real dollars, right? So this is hyperinflationized dollar that is, yeah, and it's kind of what we have here. We're borderline entering a currency collapse in the Strait of Hormuz, right? So this movie tries to portray like a future that we're currently living, kind of. The only thing that separates this movie from like what's going on in real life is one, the super mega corporations, and the fact that we don't have gladiatorial games or the Running Man shit on TV yet, but that's probably coming, I bet. There's also one angle that they did put in the movie that's pretty interesting, a little lore, that all the police force, because the government has collapsed and state government has collapsed, the entire police force and police and law enforcement has been privatized. So within this movie, there is some kind of political angle. You got the little cultural Marxism mixed in. You got a little bit of anti-establishment. I can dig the anti-establishment stuff. But it's also kind of, this movie is also kind of a warning, which is kind of weird because it's coming from the same people who are exploiting people, in Hollywood, right? The human trafficking, the all the bad shit going there, and they're gonna dare push this movie that's kind of gonna have this anti-establishment message when they themselves are the establishment. So, to wrap this dumb review up, it is an above average movie. What you see on the screen, the acting, the action, and the world they've built with this, the political angle messaging they were kind of doing kind of falls flat. And they do they kind of it's not so much that it's like propaganda. It's they're little set pieces within the movies, right? uh little set pieces, but it's not like hitting you over the head. So I will say that. And you really have to read into the plot because it's all integrated into the story. So I'll have to rechange my opinion on that. It does say political thriller and dark comedy in the tags for this movie. So again, the Running Man 2025, if you're expecting something that's better than Schwarzenegger's Running Man, you're not going to get it. But it is an entertaining, action-packed movie. And if you're into that, there is some kind of heartwarming stuff. Again, to circle back to the beginning of this video, you do buy Ben Richards' love to provide for his family. So if it's one thing that it does well, is it does put forward an image of a man who does want to provide for his family, and he puts his life on the line and even risks having to kill other people to provide for his family. So I will give them movie that. That's kind of a good message, and regardless of people complaining about the mixed race coupling of Ben Richards' character and his wife, that's not really like, I can see how that could deter people, but it's not totally. What you have is a guy providing for his wife and kid, who his wife is also working. So I think the overall message to the movie is it's a warning about the current situation we're in now. About hyper inflationized money, the collapse of a government. Even though government's shitty and retarded, we can't exactly have it switched with megacorps and this anarcho-capitalist like nightmare. So it's again just an above average movie that's entertaining, and that's all I can say about it. And I will say this again: uh, Glenn Powell and Josh Brolin carry this fucking movie. If these two guys weren't in the movie, this movie would fucking just be ass. But because these two actors are in it, and both actors have great chemistry between the two characters, the villain and the hero, that's what really carries this movie. And that's all I gotta say.
Money! We gotta make some money!
The sky